So do I need to do Instagram live or anything live on my phone, or are you getting them all?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing Instagram. So if you want to do Instagram, do it live on your phone.
Mommy? Mommy?
Wait, can we put your dad's phone on?
The other tripod, it's in the corner.
Why aren't you doing Instagram? Why'd you cancel it?
Because it takes up extra bandwidth and then it flashes halfway through randomly. It's not effective. Alright, tell me when you're ready to go live and I'll send you guys.
Just give it to me here, it's fine. It's on that side. Should I put it on this? No, you want, okay. So, but Instagram's not really gonna get us all.
You can ask the questions.
As long as it really gets you. It's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not. I'm not right. Where's Aaron?
Okay.
Okay. So what are we starting with? Just chit-chatting about Allah and Ramadan?
Yeah, Ramadan, kids. How you feeling? Do you guys know what Ramadan is about?
I want to share the video. Are we live on Facebook so I can share it yet?
No, I'm gonna send you live when you're ready, isn't it?
Are you not going to do the start page? Or just send us live. Just send us live. I'll do it. Bismillah. Let's go. Khaleel, you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
All right. Fantastic. MashaAllah. You can hear me just fine, Khaleel?
Yeah, I can't see nothing though.
Yeah, you can't see me. Don't worry. If you want to open another window on your computer, you can watch Facebook or YouTube. And you can watch live. You can see what it looks like.
No, I mean, on this thingy here, all I can see is the Nokia thing. It's irritating.
Yeah, no, on this you're not going to see nothing. So just open another window.
Another thing. Okay. Okie dokie. I did click on that link. It says it's due to start in 3 hours.
Yeah, we're going to change that. We're going to go now. Don't worry about it.
What the heck is out of date, man?
Yay, we're live, guys. We're live. Khaleel, I see me. My sound is muted. All right, guys, can everyone just wave at that camera right there, Eliza? Let's wave at the camera. Oh, we got some little guys who are camera shy, okay? So you guys are going to have to bear with us and help us out here a bit, inshallah. How come I'm still looking? This is like, oh, yeah, so just wave. You'll see. Don't look here. Look there, okay?
Oh,
Everyone's
yes.
So, welcome, everyone. Welcome live here from the studios of the Muhabbat family. And here comes Aaron. I forgot to do this one. Let's click live there.
Okay,
And
I can
boom.
see them.
We're now live on Instagram as well. Look, look who joined us. Look, yeah, don't look over there. Now we're waving. Look who just joined us, everyone. Say Assalamu alaikum, Aaron. Okay. Everyone look this way. Here we go. Come sit with me. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm here with the little ones, and with us, joining us today is...
Yeah, it's disconcerting watching it because it's behind time.
A few things. Number one, what's this gigantic, colorful thing next to me? We'll talk about that in a few minutes. And Mummy's going to throw some points in there as well. And then on the other side, what's... To Maria. Is Maria watching? Oh, if she's not watching, boy, Maria, you missed out. Because Eliza here just gave you... Show me how you do it. Put your foot down. Don't do that. Did you hear that? Okay, look, there you go. I think I got it. There you go. Mine's got wings. Look. Look, mine's got wings. My heart flies.
But I'll break it in half.
I am heartbroken. How could you?
Timing is all messed up.
So with me, giving hearts out. And who else have we got? We've got Aaron's a little camera shy guy, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So Khalil's with me today, and we're gonna talk about Ramadan. Okay, we're gonna talk about Ramadan. We're gonna talk about this beautiful board on my right, and as you can see, I have put them, so I'm not exactly that used to it. Abdullah's here, who might put on his kufi and join us in a bit. Yeah, that's like our hijab, isn't it? Yeah, he's like, right here, buddy. Join us right here. Eliza, come sit with me now. Okay, so, yep. Are you losing reception? Get up for a second, buddy. Sure. Huh?
Why we could have gone on that couch because that couch is longer and then Abdullah would be able to sit on it.
Yeah, okay, Abdullah, yeah, we could, but the sun was in our face. That's really smart of you, Mikhail. We could have gone on that side. Guys, I'm just got a little technical issue with my microphone, and I'm told to pull it out, so I'm just going to do that. Who stole my hat? Somebody stole my hat and messed up my hair. Who did that? Somebody has got my hat. Somebody has stolen my hat. All right, cool.
Alan took it.
Right, so brothers and sisters, get your kids ready. Our phone number is on the screen. On Instagram, someone please type it up for me. I'll just tell you the phone number. So the phone number is on the screen. You guys can call in. Actually, the phone number is not on the screen, Abdurrahman. You need to add it to the text. So the phone number is +44 7958 183 184. I'm going to tell you that number again. +44 7958 183 184. I'll tell you one more time, guys. Please get ready to put this number into the messages, into the comments, so whoever joins after you can tune in. Get your kids and call in and ask their Islamic questions about Ramadan, about feasting, about eating, about sleeping. Okay, yes, Mikhail.
Why did Allah want us to fast in Ramadan? I know why. I know because that He wants to test us. But why does He want to test us?
Wow! Did you guys hear that question? Shall I say the question again so everyone? Shall I say the question again so everyone can hear it as well? Yeah? Okay. So shh. Here we go. We're going to say the question again. The question is, Mikhail is saying, he is saying, why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want us to fast in Ramadan? I like this one. I've never been on a show with this one before. She is a lot of fun. Okay, so let me ask the question first. Let me finish, okay? So Mikhail is asking, I know that we fast in Ramadan, but why? Why has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to fast in Ramadan? And not only why has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to fast in Ramadan, and I know, as Mickey said, I know why, really. It's because He wants to test us. Well, I don't know if that's true, but why does He want to test us? I don't know is the right answer. So let's start there, okay? Right, let's say hi to Sister Firdaus. Auntie Firdaus is there, Black Onyx. Brother Khaleel Muhammad is there, I see him. Eddie Moko is there. Sorry if I said that wrong. And a few other people. So, answer to your question, Mikhail. Sit up over here, sit up next to me. And the answer is, number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not telling us to fast. The fasting is not the test. Shall I tell you what the test is? The test is not the fasting. The test is the fact that you are alive. The fact that Allah created you. That is the test. Let me finish. And then you can ask the next point. Yeah?
No.
I know. Go on.
It isn't a question. It's just that. But I thought Allah, Wait, is it because Allah, He's seeing if we can be patient and wait?
Okay, that's a step forward. Just wait a second. Patient. Wait till I'm finished answering. And then after I have answered the question, then you can say your next comment, okay? All right, so first and foremost, you asked, is Allah testing us? No, Allah tests us with life. He says in Surah Al-Mulk. Have you memorized Surah Al-Mulk yet?
No, I think that's in just about it.
That's right, just Tabarak. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. So Allah says in Surah Al-Mulk that I have created your death and I've created your life to test you, to see who's going to be the best, who's going to be the best child, who's going to be the best boy and the best girl, who's going to behave the best in front of that camera. Look straight ahead. They're watching us. So who's going to behave the best and who's going to be the best what? The best what?
The best children ever.
Okay, that's a start. The best children ever.
The best people who believe in Islam.
The best people who believe in Islam, which are what? Muslims. So whoever is the best Muslims. Okay? Well, I haven't answered this one yet. I haven't finished answering this one yet. Let me finish, okay? And then Uncle Khalil's going to help us as well.
Why can't
Just wait, let me finish first. I have to finish answering your question. Everyone wants to know the same question. So why does Allah tell us to fast then? And the fasting, Allah says, كُتِبُ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ, I have prescribed fasting for you to make you better Muslims. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So fasting is not a test. Life is a test. But the fasting will give us taqwa to pass this test. Life being alive, that is a test. When we die, that will be a test. So life and death is the test, to test us. But fasting will prepare us to pass the test, to be the best in that test. Does that make sense? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Yes, Aaron Bachai.
I have a question.
Go on. Aaron's got a question, everyone. Say it straight to that camera, not to me.
Why did
Just hold on.
Why did Allah make you only fast on Ramadan?
Why did Allah make you only fast in Ramadan? Well, number one, don't touch that. So number one, why did Allah make me only fast in Ramadan? He didn't. He let us fast any time of the year. But in Ramadan, especially, He tells us you must fast. Because the month of Ramadan, what happened? What's the special thing that happened in Ramadan? What's the special thing that happened in Ramadan?
That's the month when the Prophet Muhammad released the Quran.
Allah revealed the Quran to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. High five. High five for that question.
What surah was it?
High five. MashaAllah. What surah did Allah reveal? Is it Al-Alaq? Is it Al-Alaq? Is it Al-Alaq? Surah Al-Alaq? Do you know it? اقرأ باسم ربك. Say it again from the beginning. اقرأ. See, you knew it, mashallah. Good boy. So that was the first surah revealed. Now, what do we have? I don't know how to do this on Instagram, guys. Khaleel, maybe you could, on your phone, you could call me on Instagram as well. We'll take one more question, then we bring Uncle Khaleel into the mix. Okay, go on. Go on. What's your question?
My question is,
Uh-huh.
Dad,
What?
why did Allah send the corona to the bad persons?
Allah sent the corona to everybody, not just the bad person. It went to everybody. But you know what? The corona is also a test to see if we're going to behave and we're going to be good people and we're going to make tawbah for our sins and mistakes, but also to see if we help people who are sick. And patient. Be patient. Oh, what is the biggest patience we need to have right now with corona?
Yes, wait inside the house.
Good one. What did you say? Waiting where?
Inside your house.
You can't go anywhere. Because you're trapped. You're in prison. The house is your prison. It's a sijin. How do you say prison in Arabic? Sijin. Yes. It is a sijin. Somebody give me what she's having. This one's got next level energy, mashallah. Okay, so do you?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic, mashallah. Can we put that phone number in the text? It's not there. I thought Auntie told you. I don't know why she just kind of left that. So put the phone number in so we have that in the text, inshallah. So the number is +44 7958 183 184. I would love for you guys to help me because I don't have much help. I'm on this side. So you guys got to type it in comments and share with people you know. Guess who's watching on Instagram? Uncle Qais, Coco Qais, all the way from California, United States of America. Come on, give a special wave to Coco Qais. Say Assalamu alaikum. Aaron, do you just want to come join us over here? You want to come sit with me here? Okay. So, okay, right. So those are your questions. Now we bring in Uncle Khalil Muhammad. Uncle Khalil Muhammad is going to join us now. And what is he sharing with us today, Abu Man? Let's bring him in. I can't hear him. That's what I'm saying. That's your cue to bring him in.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wow. And everyone together. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Woo,
That's a very lovely greeting. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome to our show, Brother Khalil Muhammad. I was going to say, Khalil, you could probably call me on Instagram as well. Then you can join that video call as well.
You know, I wanted to do that, but I'm worried about the bandwidth being taken up and everything.
Oh, no,
So,
use Minnie Mouse's phone or something if you can. Otherwise, no.
well, I'm using this. I'm using the laptop for this feed here, but I can see you on Instagram. I can see you looking pretty
stush. Yeah, use your phone. Just set it. There you go. Just use your phone. You can call in. Brother Khalil can tune in, then everyone can see you there as well.
All right, very clean actually. Yes. So, how's everybody?
There we go.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Go for it, dude. What you want to discuss?
Well, first and foremost, I've got this big board we're going to talk about, guys. Who's going to talk about? We need Mummy to help here. Mickey. All right, Aaron, come here. Aaron, stand on this side. Mickey, stand on that. Okay, Mickey stood here. There you go. Let me move over a bit. Sit there. There you go. Now, can you just talk to the camera there and tell us about this big board? Tell us what it's about.
The board is about Ramadan, and every day you take out the pin and you take the envelope and you open it and you have to read it out loud and you do what it tells you to do and then you get a reward.
Wait. Before you do anything, hold on, Aaron. Hold on. Guess what I just saw? Guess who else is tuned in on here? Guess who's there? It's Kaka Jamal with your cousin Jalal from Houston, Texas. Big salam alaikum. Ready? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. All right. So welcome, Kaka Jamal. And back to the rewards. Okay, here we go. All right, wait. Before you move on, can we just go through day one for a second? Show me day one because we've already opened it.
Yeah? Khaleel joined him.
Yeah, we've already opened it, so let's see what day one was. So, guys, they got day one. Okay, on day one, what'd you got?
A lot of those who work hard try and learn something new, like a timetable or a new dua or a fact. I learned that. The reward is one of these.
What? Hold it to the camera. Point it to the camera there. One of these. Hold the bowl. Go over there. Hold it to that camera. Go. There you go. Hold it there. Wow. There you go. Okay, bring it back to me now. Bring it back to me. Don't you sneak any chocolate away.
So what new things did you guys learn and do?
Yeah, so what did you learn?
I learned a fact about pandas because I
Wait. Let me see. Okay, so the first one was, let's tell everyone, explain, because they didn't hear you properly. So Aaron read this out with Mickey. Try and learn something new, like a new timetable or a new dua or a fact. So look at that camera there. Everyone's watching you, Mickey. So what new things did you guys learn? Tell them. Wait, Aaron, Mickey first.
I learned a fact about pandas because I want to.
Don't shake. Talk straight. Look, they're right there in the camera. Talk in the camera.
I want a pet panda.
You want a pet panda?
Yes, so I learned.
So what did you learn?
A fact about pandas, so I.
You learned a fact about pandas because one day you're gonna have one.
Yeah, so I can take care of it.
Okay, Aaron, what new thing did you learn?
I learned
That's
how
dangerous.
to draw a dinosaur. And I learned something.
Okay, Eliza, of course you're there. I kind of forgot you're so small and hiding. What did you learn, Eliza?
I learned the new surah.
You learned a new surah. Amon, I could really use some help with this camera. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe you should turn it. Yeah, you could turn it around. Turn the camera. Hang on one second. Let me do this. Open that for me. Then you can just manage it. Yeah, just turn it around carefully.
We're on day 3.
The other way. Turn it the other way, please. Now turn the camera. Double tap. There you go. Now turn it around. You got control. Boom. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Okay. I've got some messages. Wait, I've got some messages. Please don't forget to click subscribe. Yes, please, on YouTube, subscribe. And here we go. Aaron, now what did you learn?
I learned how to draw a dinosaur.
Say it to them in the camera.
I learned how to draw a dinosaur.
Okay, cool. Now let's stand here. Aaron, come over here. So when you learn how to draw a dinosaur, which chocolate candy did you get? You got that one? Show it to the camera and then put it back because you're not getting one now. All right, come back now. Next. Next, pull up day 2. What was day 2? What was day 2? Let's see day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2. Day 2, day 2. Okay, bismillah. Over there to the camera, Mickey. Right here. That's it.
All of those who have good manners, try spending the day helping each other, not complaining or fighting or shouting when you talk. The reward is one of those gold coins.
All right, so let me have this. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Try spending the day helping each other, not complaining or fighting or shouting when you talk. So Allah loves those with good manners. What was the first one, Mom? Allah loves who?
Those who work hard.
So Mommy and the kids have made this board, and on this board, every day we're talking about a different type of person that Allah loves. So it's a different type of person that Allah loves every single day. And we try to live up to that, right? We try to be like that person. So this one says, spending the day helping each other, not complaining. Now here is the question. We'll start with the smallest person of all. Eliza, who did you help and what did you not complain and how did you help and no fighting and no shouting when you speak? Tell me. So tell them they're watching. Just stay right here and speak. You don't have to go anywhere. So how did you do it?
I worked and cleaned with Mommy.
You helped Mommy clean and cook.
Yeah.
You cleaned the windows.
Yeah.
And which chocolate did you get? Okay, put it back now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You already had one. So, Mikael, tell everyone, what did you do? Allah loves those who help people and doesn't fight and shout. So go on.
I wasn't fighting with.
Go on.
I wasn't fighting with Aaron today.
The whole day, yesterday. The whole day you didn't fight, did you?
The whole day they didn't argue.
They didn't argue.
They helped each other.
Wow, they didn't.
Played together.
They helped each other.
Single fight.
For real?
For real.
And which one did you get?
I go.
You keep taking the best ones. Woo. And Aaron, what did you do?
I did the same thing.
You did, and which one did you get? Wow, that was delicious. Daddy's favorite chocolates.
I got different.
You got that one too, yeah?
You buy the black ones.
Hey.
I like to get those, but I don't get when I work. I only get these chocolate. No,
Okay, you get one next time. Put it down. Put it down.
Daddy, I thought I had this and then.
Okay, cool. All right, enough of that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, audience of all ages and all around the world, internationally, my kids are about to open Allah Loves Those Day 3. Boom. Come on.
Remember, we don't fight each other.
Drum roll, drum roll. What does it say? Allah loves those who... Boom, stop. Shh.
Allah loves those who learn Quran, read 20 minutes extra Quran, and practice surahs together. And the reward was...
Wait, before you go to the reward, hang on. Allah loves those who learn Quran. So you have to read 20 minutes of extra Quran and practice surahs together. So wait a second. Have you guys done that yet?
Yeah, we got our reward.
No, you did the practice.
That was normal.
We did the practice Quran, but we haven't done our.
That one.
You're doing that with Abdullah later, isn't it?
Yeah, so you haven't done this yet. So you're going to do this later. So the treat you get, the treat you got is you're going to get another treat now. And Aaron, look at me. The next time you guys do the next part of that, and you, Mickey, you're going to do this, then you're going to get another treat, and you get to pick another one. Because you already got a treat, didn't you, earlier today?
No,
No?
didn't.
Oh my gosh. So that means when you do this, 20 minutes of Quran together, then you're going to get another treat. Because what was it again? Allah loves those who learn the Quran.
And don't forget to tidy their toys as well.
And don't forget to tidy their toys as well. Okay, so that's day 1, day 2, day 3. Takbir! Takbir! All right, so that was fantastic. Now come sit down. Now sit down. Now it's time to sit and reintroduce, I should say, our uncle Khaleel Muhammad. Khaleel, you ready, buddy? Oh, fantastic. So
Yes, I'm all good, brother. I'm here, man. I am here on it like a bonnet.
All right, fantastic. So as you can see, on it like a bonnet. I like that. So we've got a We've got this thing and we forgot to turn the lights on. Boom. All the batteries are dying. Okay, it's fine. So we've got these lights, Eid decoration, Ramadan decorations that are up all over the house. And I think there's more decorations we're going to put up, aren't there?
Yeah, outside! Lights in the house! Outside!
So Khalil, we're going to take Eid lights. We call them Eid lights. We're going to hang them on the trees outside. We're going to
Okay,
hang them
that's
on the
nice.
house outside. We're going to
And even on the trampoline.
and even on the trampoline. So we're gonna put
Oh my
lights everywhere
gosh.
so our neighbors, everyone know why. What are we telling them? It's what? It's what time?
Ramadan! Andy! After Ramadan!
Ramadan time. Okay, that's enough. Kids. So let's do this. Ramadan time. Aaron, come back here now. When you're ready, Aaron, get back here. Let's carry on. So, Brother Khalil, what do you want to share with us about kids and Ramadan, and tell us a bit about the book and what's going on with your work? Everyone excited.
All that good stuff. Yeah, I just really wanted to just share some stories, some short stories, because as you probably know, as well as doing the sheets, I also write children's books. So I wanted to read out some of my short stories that appear in some of the books. For example, I have a new book coming out soon
Wow,
called
look at that.
Dean
Can you see
Street.
that? Look at the new book
Dean
you got
Street
coming out.
Kids.
Do you see it?
Yeah, that's this is just actually a production copy. It's not the actual thing. Even though it looks very glossy and stush and everything, it's just a production copy. But to all intents and purposes, all the stories are correct. So as you can see here, it says the Dean Street Kids, and it's talking about the 5 pillars of Islam. Each child goes through a different aspect of the 5 pillars of Islam. And of course, being Ramadan itself this month, inshallah, we have a story dealing exactly with that topic. It's called, her name is Karen. She's known as Kid Ramadan. And should I read that story to you, brother?
Oh my goodness, would you please? Come on, do you want to read the story? Do you want to read the story? Aaron, get back over here. Come here.
Sit down, relax, and put your foot up.
down.
Don't have a drink, because you can't do that. So, inshallah.
Give me just 1 second. Guys,
Okay.
let's put this down. Let's put this on the floor over here. Thank you. Let me grab him, and you can probably want to mute my mic. Abdurrahman, you probably want to mute my mic so we can watch Uncle Khalil and not interrupt him. And guys, shh. Everyone's fingers on their lips. Come on, fingers on their lips. Aaron, fingers on their lips.
Right. So each story begins with, of course, something from the Quran, and this is from Surah Al-Baqarah 185. It says, Ramadan is the month during which the Quran was revealed, providing guidance to the people, clear teachings, and the status book. Those of you who witness this month shall fast therein. Those who are ill or traveling may substitute the same number of other days. Allah wishes for you convenience, not hardship, that you will fulfill your obligations and to glorify Allah for guiding you and to express your appreciation. Then we go into the actual story. Now you can see this little girl now. Her name is Karen, and Karen, yeah. Karen, okay, and you can see here she's got a bunch of burgers stacked up behind her. No, Aaron, no, Karen, Kra. Let me read it to you anyway. So this one is called Kid Ramadan, and she says, "It's my first Ramadan and my first iftar. So what should I break my fast with?" Okay, so this is how the story goes into it now. Karen's mum owned a fast food shop on a busy high street in Birmingham. Shout out to the Bromley people out there as well if you're out there. They sold some of the most delicious, mouth-watering foods. However, with only 5 days left to go to Ramadan, Karen didn't know what to break each of her fasts with, but boy, did she have a few ideas. Now, I know that sometimes kids, like when I first became Muslim, and all I could think about was food, and food. Yes, all I could think about was food and what am I going to break my fast with. So Karen, because it's her first iftar, her first Ramadan, she's going to be obviously on that kind of that vibe where she's considering what should she break her fast with. Anyway, she took out a large sheet of paper and began to plan all her iftar meals, okay? Now, if you have a bit of a weak stomach, this is the point where you might want to turn off, okay? Karen's menu ideas for iftar, okay? She's got a lot of burgers there. Doesn't mean she's going to eat a lot of burgers, but check out what she's put on her list, okay? Burgers! Burgers! But I think burgers is the last thing on her mind. Let's see what her Karen's menu ideas for her first iftar is. She says on Monday she wanted chicken liver burgers, beetroot fries, vanilla ice cream with balsamic vinegar, squid. Should I read that again? I don't think you guys were quite prepared for it. Listen, this is her Monday iftar. Listen very carefully. On Monday, she's gonna have chicken liver burgers, beetroot fries, vanilla ice cream with balsamic vinegar, and squid kebabs. Ugh. Okay, squid kebabs. Squid kebab. Hey, hey, it happens, bro. But she added, listen, she says it had to be totally covered with tons of mayonnaise. Loads. I mean, personally, I like mayonnaise myself, so maybe that's. I'm putting a bit of my own bias in there at the moment. On Tuesday, this is what she wrote down for her iftar on Tuesday. She wanted pickle and peanut butter sandwich. Pickle and peanut butter sandwich. Pickle and peanut butter sandwich. Right? Then, this is part of her menu, right? Then she said she wants a spicy crab eye beans. She wanted choc chip cookies and cheese. With cheese! And then she said, now this was a rare treat. She had to eat each one while watching her favorite Nasheed artist on YouTube. Then Wednesday, she wanted to have half raw potato skins. No, half raw. It's al dente. Al dente. Then she wanted garlic onion rings. It's pretty gross. Garlic onion rings. She wanted mustard lamb ribs. No, mustard lamb ribs, not gelatine. Lamb ribs. Don't vomit. Don't vomit. Don't. Don't. Then she wanted black wild mushrooms. I was thinking that. I was wondering when you were going to say that, actually. But listen, this is only Wednesday. She's not finished yet, bro. Listen. She wanted melted chocolate on cheese pizza. Melted chocolate on cheese pizza. This most sumptuous meal had to be eaten in her treehouse, snugged nicely under her thickest, warmest pink blanket. Thursday, she wanted cheesy fairy cakes. Cheesy fairy cakes. Marmalade filled with donuts. Filled donuts.
Not bad.
Marmalade filled donuts. Flat fizzy drinks. Cucumber cheesecake. And bitter lemon salad with anchovies. Yeah. And she said this would be her cheat day because it included the donuts. And then on Friday, she wanted cheese insect noodles, boiled chicken feet, cold cheesy fries, chicken wraps packed with bubblegum, and cheese strings. She's just a very creative, imaginative young girl. You can't knock her for that, bro. And she then, to top that off, she wanted peanut butter and onion sandwich. However, that was Friday. On Saturday, her mum plunked a single fruit on her plate and said, "Eat this. It is sunnah." What do you think it was? What do you think? There you go. That's what it is. So in the end, despite all of her great imaginings and her massive list, she had a date. She broke a date with she broke her fast with dates. I haven't got my drum. I haven't got my drum. See, my hands are free. Give me the bongos. I've got my bongos here somewhere. I have an assistant in the background, by the way. Her name is Igor. Igor, say hi, Igor.
Hi.
Igor's my assistant. Do a handstand? There's a time lag. Seems to be a time lag, I'm afraid, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So that's one of the stories. I do want to read. There are more serious stories in this particular book. Should I read a serious one?
Why don't you do the cloth?
Which one?
In Ramadan, you give the cloth.
What's that one?
In Ramadan, you give the cloth.
Oh, yeah. So what was that? Is that a yes or no, guys? I didn't hear. Sorry. A serious one? Okay, this one's a bit more serious, okay? This is, of course, Zakat is also part of the Ramadan as well. And of one of our children, the fifth child, is called Kid Zakat. Can you see her there? You can't see that? Alrighty then. And the preamble to that, it says, give. It says, this is from Surah At-Tawbah 71, and the believers, men and women, are protecting friends of one another. They enjoin the right and forbid the wrong, and they establish worship, and they pay the poor due, and they obey Allah and His Messenger. As for those, Allah will have mercy on them. Allah is most wise, most merciful. This is Kid Zakat. Listen to what she says. This is the theme of her entire story. We have so much, so why don't we help people on the streets? Are you ready for the story? That's correct.
On our good people as well. Listen, here we go.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Jasmine, Hassan, and Ali were the best of friends. It always felt like a special occasion as their mothers took them from the madrasa to the exciting parade of shops in their neighborhood. As their mothers talked about shopping and the weather, the three kids would always play games. Sometimes they would try and outdo each other to see who could spot the most red cars. Or how many...
Yeah,
I bet you guys do that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Or how many coffee shops they passed by. Jasmine was blind, so she was the one who kept score for the other two. Now, based on that picture there, you might not be able to tell that she can't see.
Can you see?
Let me put that there again for you.
There you go. You can see now. You don't have to
See
worry.
her eyes?
Uncle's reading the words. You see her eyes. She's so... You see her eyes? That's amazing.
She's blind. Okay.
She's blind. She
One
can't see.
warm day. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
One warm day in Ramadan, as they turned into the main high road, Hassan noticed a man asleep on the ground. Dirty clothes, a sad, muddy faced, and old torn shoes was a sight he had never seen before. "Look at that man!" gasped Hassan, pointing at the heap of rags and clothes. Ugh! Why doesn't he sleep in a bed? Asked Ali, pinching his nose. He stinks, he added, breathing through his mouth as they passed by him. Hassan, who always had the answers, said, "That's because he doesn't have a house, silly," he said, rolling his eyes. That didn't make any sense to Jasmine. "What do you mean he doesn't have a house? Everybody's got a house," she insisted. "No, some people don't have a place to live and they have to sleep on the street or in alleyways. Everybody knows that," blurted Hassan, pointing up and down to the shop fronts. Jasmine was even more confused. So that night at bedtime she asked her mother a question. "Mummy, today there was a man sleeping on the street. Why is that?" She was already snuggled up, warm underneath her red duvet.
Wow.
There she is.
Like a
See
nice
her
story,
there?
doesn't it? Are you listening? Look at that. Look at the duvet. Look, she's got the duvet under. She's laying down in bed. She's got the duvet. She got her little. Is that a phone next to her?
No, it's not a phone. You'll find out in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so where am I? So, Mummy, today there was a man sleeping on the street. Why is that? She was already snuggled up warm under her red duvet. Her mother sighed as a frown crossed her face. "That's because some people don't have a home like you and I, darling. They've probably had bad luck in their lives, so they have to sleep on the streets." Jasmine pulled her cover up to her chin. She doesn't, but doesn't his mum look after him? She asked, wide-eyed. "He probably doesn't have a mummy," her mother replied. "So who looks after him? Where does his food come from?" A dozen questions filled her mind all at once. Her mother stroked her daughter's brow and tried to find the words to give the best explanation. "People like that have to look out for themselves and often have to beg for money on the streets. If they don't get any handouts, then they don't eat." "We have so much, so why don't we help people on the streets?" suggested the puzzled girl. Her mother smiled and kissed her forehead. "That's a great idea. I'll tell you what." She pulled a coin from her pocket. "Take this, £1, and tomorrow you can give it to him, okay? Maybe we can make his life a little easier." She folded the girl's tiny hand around the coin and squeezed it gently. Jasmine agreed, but she was very sad that some people didn't have a home or a family. When she was all alone, she closed her eyes and made a sincere dua. "Oh Allah, please look after that poor man on the streets." Happy with her dua, she looked around at all her toys, books, and nice clothes in her bedroom, and she realized more than ever just how much she was blessed. The very next day, on the way back from madrasa, the kids came across the same spot, and sure enough, there was the homeless man. He was sitting with old newspapers wrapped over his shoulders in the doorway. Let me show you the old man, the homeless man. Oh no, I can't show you because this is the old edition. Have we got the printout? No, we haven't got a printout. Okay, I have got a picture of the man homeless as well, but it's not in this edition.
All right, okay.
Because I've added to it since then. But trust me, you're gonna love it anyway. So he had newspapers wrapped over his shoulders. "Mummy, I want to give that man the money now, can I?" Jasmine's mother nodded and smiled. "Okay, sweetheart, I'll take you over there." A little bit nervous, Jasmine was led by her hand and led by her mother towards the lonely old man. There was a really bad smell coming from him. It stung her nose, but that didn't stop her. "Hello, mister. I have some money for you," she said as she felt for a small tin cup in front of him and dropped the pound into it. The man seemed to snap out of his daze for a moment and smiled. Hassan and Ali were speechless. "You gave that man some of your money?" asked Ali with saucer eyes when she returned. "Yes, I did," she said, feeling very pleased with herself. "Just like that?" asked Ali. "Oh, wow. I'm going to do that tomorrow," said Hassan, nodding his head. "And so am I," agreed Ali. So for the next few days, the children gave the man food or loose change that they found around the house. However, one Wednesday, the homeless man was nowhere to be found. In fact, they didn't see him for the next 3 days. At bedtime later that night, and once again tucked into her bed, Jasmine quizzed her mother. "Mummy," said Jasmine, "where did that man go?" Her mother fell silent and sat next to her on the bed. Tears suddenly filled her eyes. "Darling, someone told me that..." Goodness me, that's loud, isn't it? "Darling, someone told me that poor man passed away," she said with a crack in her voice. Jasmine was confused. "But we gave him money to buy food, so he can't be gone." Her voice was trembling slightly. Mr. Jones, the halal butcher, said he was very ill. There was nothing that anyone could do, as it was a long-time illness. From Allah we come, and to Allah we shall return. Her mother didn't want to upset her, but she had to tell her the truth. Jasmine burst into tears. Her mother was prepared for that and pulled out the Quran she had brought with her. She opened it and read, "The well-to-do and the rich among you should not fail to give to relatives, the homeless and the immigrants, but for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you want Allah to forgive you? Allah is all forgiving and all merciful." 24:22. Her mother said, "You know your small acts of kindness." I don't know what that screeching sound is. "You know your small acts..." I'm getting a weird screeching sound.
Yeah, I thought that was on your side. It's not on your side?
"I don't think so."
Abdurrahman, there's a sound. We keep thinking it's him. He thinks it's us. It's in between. It must be you.
It must be him. Anyway, the last paragraph is this. It says, her mother says to her, "You know, your small acts of kindness would have meant the world to him. You acted as our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, would have wanted you to behave, caring for others and taking care of them, especially in this blessed month of Ramadan." After her mother had tucked her into bed and left the nightlight on, Jasmine felt a little better after hearing that. But from that moment on, she promised she would always be kind to people who were poor or sick or needed her help. So that's the end of that part there as well. Did you enjoy that one?
I did. I think these guys were kind of sad when you said the man passed away, and she was kind of upset. Mickey was just shocked. He's like, "Oh, what do you mean he passed away?"
I know, but just like her mother said, you know, she didn't want to lie to her, but by the same token, she wanted to be real with her, that, you know, these things happen, and unless sometimes we step up, as you know, as we always talk about, unless some of us step up and make sure that we alleviate some of that pain from people and that hardship from people, people will die. It's as simple as that.
Tell us, Brother Khaleel, how do people get their hands on these storytelling books?
Well, this book, as I've told you, this book is not even available yet. I'm still working on it.
What? You got a sneak preview at something up
You get a sneak preview. This is just a production copy. That's why it's not all the pictures are not finished. Most of it has changed anyway.
It's coming. He's making it now, but it's not available for sale yet. So you got to have a look at the book before it even is already in the store yet.
I do want to read another one.
That book, and he's gonna make it for sale.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the money?
Now, what you gonna do with the money?
What am I gonna do with what money? What money, young man?
Because when you give the book on sale, people are gonna buy it.
Oh, I will take that money,
To me.
and some of it will go to Igor. Say hi, Igor.
Hi.
That's right.
Oh,
Some will go to Igor.
Yes.
My sister Igor.
Spa days, right?
She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you. Without Igor, I'm not sure how I would manage, mate. So we'll take some of that money. We'll give some to charity, because if Igor has anything to say about it, we'll give all to charity. But we put it back into the production to make more books,
And
inshallah.
I am witness to that. I cannot count the number of times I have seen Igor and Khalil Muhammad sitting in a car outside of charity events, giving their time in the rain, in the sleet, in the sunshine, whenever, and they give, and they give, and they give. MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
I am witness to
MashaAllah.
that. So, in case anyone's wondering what he's saying is true, I testify it is.
Right, can I read one more story?
Yes, you can. Can you read one more
This
story?
one,
Okay.
Can you read one more story?
yeah,
Yes, Uncle.
This-
Here
this one is about Kid Hajj.
we go. Oh, children's Hajj, a kid Hajj. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Okay. This one's a very interesting story. You have to listen very carefully.
Listen. Let's see.
Okay, the preamble is our pilgrimage. Hajj is during the well-known months. So whosoever has made Hajj obligatory upon himself, therein by entering the state of Ihram, there is no disobedience and no dispute during Hajj. And whatsoever good you do, Allah knows it. And take provisions, but indeed the best provision is fear of Allah. And fear me, O you of understanding. Surah Al-Baqarah 197. So his theme for this story is, why should we help people that don't like us? Why should we help people that don't like us? Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, why should we help people that don't like us, Mikhail? What do you think? That's interesting.
Because even though they don't like us, we should still help them if we want to get more reviews.
Yeah, but this little kid's asking that question. Let's see. Okay, go on. Let's see what he says. Let's see
You
what he
ready
says.
for this?
Yeah. Let's go.
This might not even be a true story,
Oh.
but it could be. But it could be. It could be that 12-year-old. Actually, Igor, if you hold that up so they can see the story. Igor's here.
Igor. Say hi,
Revealing
Auntie
herself.
Igor. Say salam alaikum, Auntie Igor.
Assalamu alaikum,
To Igor.
Welcome, Sam.
If you hold it so it just fills the screen so they can see.
Nice.
I can't even do it right.
It's hard to see where it is.
There it is, right there. A little bit
Okay.
closer.
Thank you, Igor.
The other
Right.
way.
No, hold me. God, I'm good at judging.
It's hard to figure the camera's here.
Oh, I
It's
see.
hard to figure out where it is.
There we go. Yep, we see it. That's the little kid. He's got tears in his eyes. Number 4.
Yep.
Kid.
Ooh. It's crying for more reasons than you might imagine. Listen very carefully.
Okay, let's see.
It could be that 12-year-old boy called Faisal and his family saved up hundreds and hundreds of pounds to go on Umrah. Extra chores around the neighborhood were done. Driveways swept, dogs walked, pennies from every paper round saved towards the trip. You see, Faisal's grandfather, who had passed away 2 years before, had never performed the Hajj. So it was his family's dream to make the trip on his behalf. But it was too expensive for all the entire family to go, so they decided to make Umrah instead. The day finally came when they had saved enough money.
Okay.
Yep. The day finally came when they had saved enough money and were ready at last to visit Saudi Arabia to perform the Umrah. Like I said, this may not be a true story, but like any story, there are always other events happening around us that will sooner or later. Igor's in the fridge. Spoil the mood, the ambience, spoil the
How
mood
did
with
that
it. She dropped some
happen?
garlic on the floor. Can you believe that? Garlic.
All right.
Igor! Anyway. 6 doors down from Faisal's house was 87-year-old Albert Butcher.
Come on.
Albert Butcher. He was the grumpiest, meanest man on the road. No one liked him, especially Faisal. Back when Faisal's granddad was alive, he called the police on them because he said they were playing too loudly in the street. Some said he was a bit racist, and he even made fun of Faisal's right arm. Now, what is it about Faisal's right arm that he could make fun of? I don't know if you noticed the picture again. Look at Faisal.
Wait, let's see. What's on his right arm? Yes.
Okay, so he wasn't born with both of his arms. Well, he hasn't got a right
His
hand.
arm is not there. He was born with just
That's
one arm
right.
properly. Do you see?
So Mr. Butcher even made fun of that. Right. So he even made fun of Faisal's right arm. Once, when Faisal and his grandfather kicked his football totally by accident into Mr. Butcher's front yard, he popped it with his walking stick as flat as a pancake. Pop! That was so mean. At the time, his grandfather said that he should forgive Mr. Butcher and be kind to him, but Faisal couldn't be kind to someone like that. No way. One afternoon, on his way back from school, Faisal noticed Mrs. Butcher's wife, Nora, sitting on her doorstep crying. Being the good kid that he was, he asked what the problem was. With tears rolling down her weathered cheeks, he told her that Mr. Butcher was terribly ill, but the medicine needed to treat him cost much more money than they had in their
Oh, that's
savings.
so sad. Did you hear that? They don't have enough money in their savings for the medicine.
Yeah, but Miss Butcher.
She had sold her most valued possessions to raise more money, but it wasn't enough. He needed treatment in the next few days. He needed treatment in the next few weeks, or she would lose him. It was at that exact moment that Faisal knew what his grandfather would say. He quickly made an excuse that he had to go home and water the cat and feed the plants, and he sped off.
All right, right.
Over dinner that evening, Faisal's mother and father brought up the idea, now listen to this, that they should use their Umrah money to help pay for Mr. Butcher's treatments.
Wait, what? Use the Umrah money. Did you hear
Yes.
that, Mikhail? So the
Did
money
you
they've
hear
been
that?
saving for Hajj and Umrah to go to Mecca, to go to Medina, to go to the house of Allah Azza wa Jal, the money they worked so hard to save, now they're thinking, let's just use that money to pay for the treatment and the medicine.
They're gonna go to Jahannam because Hajj.
Yeah, but what if Allah is so happy that they saved this boy's life that they go to Jannah
Yeah,
instead?
but won't Allah be more? Won't Allah?
Yeah, that's a good question. Will Allah be more happy if you go Hajj, Umrah, or will Allah be more happy if you give someone medicine and save their life? What do you think? What do you think,
Well, happy
Eliza?
when you go Hajj because you're worshipping God and showing respect.
Okay, let's say you go to Hajj, and let's say you worship him and you pay respect, and you come back and your best friend is dead now. That wasn't worth it. Wouldn't it be better if we saved his life first, and then maybe later we can go Hajj another time?
Yeah, but I thought Allah said when you have the money, you have to use that to go Hajj.
Yes, that's true. Well, unless when you have the money. So why don't I have the money right now? Why can't I go Hajj this year?
Because you already got it before and you don't.
Okay,
have
but
it
let's
right now.
pretend I have never been, okay? Let's pretend I want to go this year.
Pretend
And
so
why
quick.
don't I have the money to go this year? Do you know why?
Let me check.
Wait. Can I tell
You got the
why?
money, you just cannot go, mate.
No.
No.
Lockdown, bro.
I'm checking my pockets. I don't have the money. So can I tell you why I don't have the money?
Why?
Because I spent it on the chocolates and the food and the dinner and the house. So if I spend my money on you family and children, I can't go to Hajj. So Allah says, when you have the money, go to Hajj. So if your neighbor or your friend or somebody needs medicine, you buy medicine. That's first. And then when you have enough money and nobody needs medicine and nobody is dying, then you go Hajj. Doesn't that make sense?
But isn't it just that? Why should they give Miss Butcher the medicine? Because what if Allah isn't happy and he just punishes him?
Okay, I want you to think about that and you tell me what you think, because I don't think you're actually thinking about it. I'm one of those dads that'll tell you the truth. I think you're just saying things for the sake of saying it. I think you should try to.
You know your kid's best, brother.
Huh?
You know your kid's best.
Yeah, I think you should actually think about it. You should think about, wait a second, would Allah be happy if I save somebody's life so they don't die? Would that make Allah happy? If I help someone and feed them and give them medicine and save their life, will that make Allah happy?
Yeah.
And then if I go Hajj later, will that make Allah happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go Hajj now and I let him die now, would that make Allah happy? And if I go, okay, how about this? I don't go Hajj or Umrah, I save his life. Can I go Hajj Umrah later? Okay. Let's say I don't save his life. I go Hajj Umrah and he dies. Can I save his life later? No, then it's over. He's gone.
Done.
You're being silly. Come on, pay attention.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's listen to Uncle Khaleel.
Okay,
Let's carry on.
that's a very interesting
That was an
discussion
interesting
there.
question. That was a bit of
I'm just wondering if Faisal's gonna see it that way.
Oh no.
Should we continue?
Oh, that's why you're laughing, because you know the scoop. Let's go. Let's see what he
Well,
says.
remember that man made fun of his arm. He popped his his favorite football.
And that's why he's upset. That's why he's like, why should we help him? Mickey's exactly, and that's what you're saying, isn't it? Because Allah's not happy with him, is it? Allah doesn't like him.
Igor.
I don't know that yet. Let's see.
Let's see.
Stop reading.
Anyway, so over dinner that evening, Faisal's mother and father brought up the idea that they should use their Umrah money to help pay for Mr. Butcher's treatment, but they would only do so if everyone in the family agreed. As it was a big decision to make, his parents asked Faisal and his 3 older brothers to think it over in the next few days. For Faisal, there was nothing to think about. Why should we help him? A miserable
That's
old
what
man
Mikhail
nobody
said.
likes.
Mikhail is saying, watch me. What if Allah gets upset with us for helping this mean old man?
Well,
Right?
this is why we have to discuss these things. Why should we help him? A miserable old man nobody liked, a guy who punched my football.
Yeah,
Faisal was pretty angry. How could you even think that was a good idea? 2 years ago, 2 years it took for us to save all that money, and now you want to give it away to someone we barely know? That's mad. Why should we help people that don't like us?
Yeah.
Everyone fell silent. His parents had a painful look of disappointment on their faces. Still angry, Faisal stormed from the dining room and went straight to bed. Sleep doesn't come easily when you're upset, but when Faisal finally dozed off, he found himself on a riverbank. In the middle of the river was a tiny boat speeding towards a long drop down a massive waterfall. Trapped on the boat was his grandfather. Woo! Unable to swim and too far from the bank to jump, there was no way he could get to safety in time. Like icy fingers, terror gripped Faisal's heart. Then, out of nowhere, a rope appeared in his hands. He threw it to his grandfather and quickly pulled him safely upon the bank. He hugged him with all his might. What an amazing feeling having him back. But as he turned to speak to him, he realized it wasn't his grandfather at all. It was Mr. Butcher. The man his grandfather told him to forgive and to be kind to. So I'll show you that picture of his grandfather.
Look, show the picture of his grandfather. See it? Oh no, where's the water? Where's that boat going?
He's
Where's
going
that boat going? It's gonna fall in the waterfall.
and I forgot to show you when he popped his ball. See, there's Mr. Butcher. Where is Mr. Butcher? Where is he? There's Mr. Butcher. And there's Faisal, and there's his ball. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Butcher popped his ball, and you know what? Mickey just asked, why are so many people getting hurt and dying in your story?
Well, you know, why not? Anyway.
Yeah, but he said this is a serious story. He did warn you in the beginning. It's
I
not a
did.
kid's
I
fun
did.
story.
I did.
Yeah, it's not a
At least it
scary-
was. What did he say? What did he say?
He said, at least it's not like the clown It. He's like, at least it's not like It.
How does he even know about that?
Yeah, he flicks, you know?
Jalal, what have you been doing,
Hey,
bro?
man, he didn't watch it with me, us.
Oh, bro, what have you been doing? Anyway, let me continue. Faisal's parents were settling to bed when Faisal came dashing into their bedroom, flustering and blubbering. He had changed his mind and wanted all the money to go to Mr. Butcher's hospital treatment. And that's what they did. At first, a grumbling Mr. Butcher was suspicious of their offer, but his wife convinced him to take it. A week later, Mr. Butcher successfully underwent his treatment and was able to return home.
He went home.
And that's how it finishes. No, it's not finished. The story's not finished. It feels like it's supposed to finish there, but it doesn't finish there. Listen, there's more. There's more. And this is why when things happen, we should trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because sometimes He's doing things that we're only a small part of, and there's other things happening around us that He's got full knowledge of, but we don't. Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
All was quiet for the next few days until Faisal heard a knock on the front door. On the doorstep was over 15 large plastic bags filled with $10, $20, 20 and 50-pound notes. There was even checks. All down the driveway and along the side of the street were neighbors smiling and cheering them. Faisal was dumbstruck. It was only when he heard his mother scream with joy that he snapped out of his daze. This was a collection of the neighbors who had heard what they had done and wanted to send a super huge thank you for their kindness. At the head of the crowd was Mr. and Mrs. Butcher. Leaning against his walking stick, Mr. Butcher waved at Faisal, who ran into his arms as they hugged. Now there's all the bags with all the money in it.
Wow. Yep. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Look at that. You have to
It's
trust
not
him.
even
Exactly.
finished
You're not
yet.
listening. Mikhail wasn't listening. He's asking me,
Listen.
how do they have so much money?
I thought they
It's all the different people from around the neighborhood. So people down this road, down that road,
Yes.
other people that heard about it, they all chipped in basically.
Neighbor, that's my question.
You're missing the point. Uncle's saying that people found out that they used their Umrah Hajj money to help Mr. Butcher. So all the people felt bad that they missed their Umrah. So they all chipped in. They brought all their money and they came to pay for the Umrah of the family. Look at how when they trusted in Allah, they knew Allah would be happy that they saved Mr. Butcher's life. And Allah rewarded them by people being inspired in their hearts to give donations to enable them to go Umrah, inshallah. So now they're going to get to go again. Look at that.
Nah, but listen, but it's not over yet.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Soon after his father counted all of the money, they discovered that there was enough not only to make the Umrah, but to go one further and perform the Hajj the following month. After his first plane flight, Faisal soon found himself standing on the plains of Arafat. He finally understood the meaning of his father's words about forgiveness and being kind. How good can come from something that seems so bad at the time? A single tear rolled down his face and he made a special dua for his grandfather and Mr. Butcher and wished him a long and happy
Where's that coming from?
life.
That's me. It's me. Yeah, because these kids keep playing with it. I just realized that noise is me. Apologies. These guys are grabbing it and yanking it. You have to not touch this, Eliza. Sorry.
On the afternoon they returned from Saudi, they learned of Mr. Butcher's sad passing. Subhanallah, Faisal marveled at the turn of events. Not only were they able to perform the Hajj instead of the Umrah, but the short time before the end, Mr. Butcher was able to make friends with everyone in the neighborhood, doing away with all the bad feelings built up after so long. But there was one last thing that happened. Mrs. Butcher paid Faisal a visit and gave him a gift from her late husband. It was a brand new football.
There's the football. Look at that brand new, beautiful football. Awesome.
Was this a miracle, a sign from Allah? I guess we'll never know. After all, this might not even be a true story. The end. Bada bing.
Big round of applause for Mr. Khaleel Muhammad and Igor. Auntie Igor. Auntie Igor. Hey, Khaleel, so these books, some of them are available, some of them are out, up and coming.
This is the one that you're more familiar with, the Muslim family cover.
Yep.
On Amazon, so you can get that on Amazon.
Yep.
That's packed with lots of wonderful stories as well. Baby Bilal's got a very good story that he learns a very, very important lesson. So that's for little kids. For the more mature one, maybe 8 to 12, we have the Muslim All-Stars. This one, I can't read it. It's just way too much. Too much in there. But it's an amazing story.
That's really cool. That's really nice. You can get all those books. Should we get those books?
Yes, I want to get all of them.
Look at that one. Look at All Stars. Look at that one. That's cool.
Wait.
Muslim All Stars.
Yeah, that was a book. That was the second edition of a book I did originally for Islamic Foundation in Leicester. Right. So, do you guys want to do a quick quiz?
So I got a few questions we got to answer. So we've got some people waiting. Let's answer some questions first. All right, here we go. So brothers and sisters, tune in. And I think there was, I just want to message somebody first because she's been waiting 2 days for her question to get answered. I just want to let her know that we're going to answer it now so she can Okay, so I'm going to get back to the questions, inshallah. Here we go. First question was... Someone asked, I am 23 years old. I live with my mom. Can I lead the prayer with my mother? The answer is yes, you can. Of course you can. This is Brother Irfan, Muhammad Irfan from India. He is wondering if he can lead the salah with his mom. The answer is yes. And there is rewards in this, 7 times in jama'ah. So when you are at home, grab your sister, your mom, whoever's in the house, and let them pray with you, and you get the reward of congregation. I mean, 7 times. And because it's Ramadan, it's times 10 as well. I'm sorry, times 70 on top of that. So that's tons more, inshallah. So may Allah Azza wa Jalla. Is my volume low? Can we turn me up, please?
Good. It sounds fine to me.
All right, no. Okay, sorry about that. So anyways, moving on. So number 1, yes, you can. Number 2, we have another question here, which is my son Musa, who is 5. Is Musa watching? Are you there? He is 5 years old, and he is asking, how did Allah create us? How did Allah create us? Okay, so that is a good question. How did Allah create us? And the way Allah... Yeah, go on.
One little bit.
Talk there.
Weren't we just like a little piece of something or dirt or something, and then our pieces of our body started to shape up into us.
Okay, that's one guess. But the way Allah created us is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first created everything. Then He created the earth, the heavens, the skies, the planets. He created the sun. He created the moon. He created all of that. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can you reject it? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything. And then He Azza wa Jal created us from the dirt, the clay of earth. Allah told the angels, go to the earth and bring the clay to me. He said, He went to the angels, told the angels to go to the earth, pick up some of the dirt and bring it to me. So the angels went to the earth, they picked up what? The dirt, the clay, and they brought it to Allah. And Allah fashioned and formed the shape of Adam. How, we don't know. And then He said, be alive. And He created the souls of all of mankind. And Jibreel took the soul and blew it into the body of Adam, and Adam was alive. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the body and soul of Adam alayhi salam. Wait. And then Adam alayhi salam was lonely and all by himself. So Allah created for him his wife Hawa alayhi salam. And then Hawa and Adam had children, and they had children, and they had children, and they had children. And ta-da! Here we are.
Does that mean we're Adam's children?
That's right. That's why Allah says in the Quran, Ya Bani Adam. Oh, Bani Adam. And those of you who are Afghan, you have a phrase. When you say to someone, you say, Bani Adam. Bani Adam Shah. Bani Adam Sho. Chikhsim Bani Adam Asti. And we say this thing about what kind of a human being are you, what kind of person are you. But the word we're using is Bani Adam. But that's just a mixture of the Arabic words of Bani Adam, the children of Adam. So yeah, that is what it is. We are the children of Adam. The next question is, I hope I answered your question. I hope you're watching, Sister Abida. Next question is, my son is asking, why did Allah give us Ramadan? Okay. Let me tell you. Okay, go on, you tell me. Go on. Actually, you might know the answer.
I think that Allah sent Ramadan because so we can have some special days before.
Well, actually, that's a good answer, but there's more to it. You know when you work really hard, you're working, there's sweat dripping, and then what happens? You work really hard, what happens to you? Dry. So what do you want? Water. You want a drink? What else do? You work, and then what happens? You get hungry. You work. What else happens? You get tired. So what do you need when you get tired and you get hungry and you get thirsty? What do you want when you get tired, hungry, and thirsty? You want to take a what? No. You want to take a break. A break.
Rest and do this.
So inside our body, inside here, is our soul. And our soul is working night and day. You know, when you go to bed, what do you do? What do you do when you go to bed? You go to sleep. And you both want to go to sleep, I can tell. So you go to sleep. When you go to bed, and you go to sleep. So when you go to sleep, is your soul sleeping?
No, it isn't.
Does your soul sleep?
No, it never.
It doesn't sleep.
Wait,
Your soul
my
is
soul
wait.
doesn't sleep.
That's right. Your soul keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. So night and day, night and day, night and day, your soul keeps going. So what does Allah say? So your soul is tired and needs what? You need a break. So Allah gave us Ramadan.
How does
Wait. Allah gave us Ramadan. Why did He give us Ramadan? So the soul can take a break. So that means the soul is doing what the rest of the time? Working. So the soul is tired. What makes it tired? What work is the soul doing? Here's the question. So all year, Shaitan is making the soul work. Do this, don't do that. Fight with him, don't fight. Be good, be bad. All the time, every day. Don't do this, that's haram. This is halal. Let me do this, I don't want to do that. Oh, do that haram, but no, you shouldn't do that. Your soul is just thinking back and forth. Decide, decide, decide. And your soul is so tired. And in Ramadan, Allah takes the shaitan away. In Ramadan, Allah locks the Jahannam doors, gates and up. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Ramadan opens the gates of Jannah. And Allah opens the gates of Jannah. And when He opens the gates of Jannah, what happens then?
we get Ramadan?
Oh my hand. And Allah gives us Ramadan. So there is no fitna. The soul can rest. And we get 30 days of focusing on the soul and not on food and fun and playing and fighting and arguing and chasing and running and chasing and forgetting and remembering and doing everything, and your soul gets so tired. So Ramadan is a time لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So your soul can attain taqwa. So you can get rest. And then after Ramadan is back, after Ramadan is gone, the gates of Jannah are closed, the gates of Jahannam's open, the shayateen are released, and we're back to running and working. And the soul has to fight to stay upon tawfiq and stay upon for the furqan, the criterion of the Quran. Okay?
No, I want to stay here. I want to stay in.
So your beloved son Harith,
Ramadan.
Sister Khadija, I hope he was watching. That was the answer for him. I hope he was watching. Please give me your son's feedback to my answer. And Sister Abida, your 5-year-old that asked the question, please ask him for his feedback as well. I'd love to know how any of you, your children, if they're watching, or you yourself, in fact, I would love your feedback on those answers. Did they help you? The next question is, Khaleel, this one's for you, my bro. I'm gonna unmute him. So
Okay, yeah, I'm all ears, mate.
Okay, so it's, did the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did he have a cat?
Yes,
Is
He did.
Is that it? You done?
is that it?
Is that it?
Why they asking me that? Is somebody trying to?
Tell us about the cat, Khaleel. Tell us.
I have no information about the cat. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you a thing about
But
it.
are you sure he had one?
Yes,
The cat was super big.
Pretty
I don't know
sure.
about that.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
pretty
So
sure.
what I know is the Prophet Muhammad, the only thing I know is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting down praying tashahhud, and he had a long prayer. He had his hands on his lap, he's sitting down, and his clothes are draped around him like when he's sitting down. And the cat was sitting, walked in, saw the Prophet praying, and the cat sat on top of his clothes. So the Prophet kept praying, kept praying, kept praying. By the time the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam finished praying, it was such a long time that the cat, what happened? It
Fell asleep.
So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ asked for scissors, and he cut his clothes, expensive clothes. He cut them. And they said, why did you do that? He said, I don't want to disturb the cat. So did the Prophet ﷺ have a cat? I don't know if he had one, but there was one there, and he definitely did love cats. And he looked after this cat, so I'm assuming it was his. But I don't know much about the
Okay,
cat.
that makes sense. That's fair.
But I do know that Uncle Khaleel is correct when he said the Prophet had a cat because he looked after one. And what about the cat? We don't know much. Like Uncle Khaleel said, I don't really know much about the cat. Me, I don't know much either. All I know is the Prophet liked him. How do I know the Prophet ﷺ liked cats? because he cut his own clothes not to disturb them. And he also said cats are clean. They clean themselves all the time. They're very clean animals. Number 2, should we send salams upon the Prophet ﷺ if we hear the words Prophet or Muhammad or Prophet Muhammad? Khalil, what do you say?
Yes.
Yes to which one? There's 3 questions.
Both. What was if we heard Prophet or Prophet Muhammad?
Yes.
Yes.
And why is that? Why
Both.
should we say it to both?
Both. Yes to both.
Yes to both. That's correct. And the reason why we should, because Gabriel, Jabreel alayhi salam, he said, "Oh Allah, the person who hears the Prophet's name and does not send salams, oh Allah, ruin him, distance him, take him away." And then he ordered the Prophet.
Nintendo.
What? Robin?
Nothing. I didn't turn the laptop off. I was trying to clean it and.
Right. It almost went to sleep.
Yeah, sorry.
Qul Ameen, and the Prophet ﷺ said Ameen. So next question. If we make a promise to Allah in our head, verbally, then is it still obligatory to keep it? Khalil, over to you.
Yes.
All 3 so far. Yes. Next
Hey,
question.
they're giving me easy questions, man. Give me something challenging.
Hey, man, these people are smart, mashallah. Hang on, don't change it. We have to ask this question. Next one is, if you break the promise, then do you have to fast 3 days?
Yes.
I don't know about that one. So
Promise,
listen, hear this out.
You make a promise in your head to Allah and you break it.
If you tell someone you promise, you swear, and you break your oath, obviously this is about if you swear by Allah, and you break your oath,
Yes.
then yes, you have to fast 3 days. Now, what if you thought about swearing, but you didn't actually swear? You didn't actually tell anyone. You just thought it in your head.
No, you don't have to. No.
No, that's correct. So now, what about living up to it, still fulfilling it, just because you thought it?
You can try, but you're not obligated.
I'm with you on that one. I think you should try your best because you thought it, you had a good intention, and Shaitan will try to distract you from that good. So you should try your best. Can you not do that? Okay, so we have one more question. Can you look around in prayer, Khaleel?
What?
Can you pray and look around?
And can you pray and have kosher?
Come on, Uncle Khaleel.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Can you look
Yes, you
around?
can.
And if you're praying, can you look around?
Not constantly, not constantly, but every now and then you can. Yes.
At the end you can.
Okay,
You said that
some
question.
people say if you look a few inches to the left or a couple inches to the right, you notice something. No harm done. It's not good. It distracts you. But if you turn your head all the way around, you've kind of left.
If you're going crazy, then that's different. Yeah, because you break your concentration.
In fact, the Prophet ﷺ ordered us not to look around. He said, look straight at your place of sajda.
That's
But
right.
obviously, if there's a car coming to hit you, you need to look. So it's all about if there's a car coming into your living room or not. All right. That's it. That's all the questions I've got. And I think I have one more.
There must be more.
Can I say last one?
Yeah, of course.
Ask me if the door's locked, can you open the prayer part?
One more. I don't
That's
know.
all thicky questions,
No,
isn't it?
you're not looking, right? You're busy. You're really busy.
There's no more. There's no more. There's no more. They got it all.
And with that, we pray everyone benefited because, yes, I am out of questions, Brother Khalil. Did you say Auntie Igor has a question?
Is she?
I don't know. I thought she said she did.
Yeah, I did.
She has a thicky question.
Go on then, Bismillah.
The question was, when you're praying and someone knocks on your door, are you allowed to break the prayer to open the door?
If you are praying salah and somebody knocks on your door, like the courier or the mailman or someone else or something, are you allowed to break your prayer to go and answer the door? Now,
Yes.
first, I got to ask you a question. So the question is the prayer the obligatory fard or is it the prayer a sunnah or a nafil?
Obligatory.
Okay, so this is a two-part question, so I'll give it a two-part answer. So she said obligatory prayer, the fard prayer. If you are praying the fard prayer, you cannot break your fard prayer for any worldly reason unless someone's life is in danger or something serious is going on. When it is the fard prayer, you do not break the fard prayer because the microwave went ding and said your milk is ready. You do not break your prayer to open the door for the mailman. You do not break your prayer to answer the telephone. You do not break your prayer to respond to someone. And especially in the middle of your prayer, when someone calls your name, you don't say, "I'm praying." Now, when it comes
Why?
when it comes to the sunnah prayer and nafil prayer, if you are doing the nawafil prayer, yes, you can break your prayer and go answer the door and come back and resume your nawafil prayers.
Okay.
What about fard?
But fard prayers, you cannot break them for the door. No, if someone's knocking on the door, unless it's life-threatening and you feel in danger, unless it's something really serious, no, you do not break your fard prayers. Sometimes people think about religious reasons, like for example, someone's prayed their fard prayers. I mean, they're praying their fard prayers, and they'll think about, oh, I forgot to do this good deed. Let me do that, and then I'll come back and do my fard prayer. No, you can't break your prayer for that. Now, let's say someone says, oh, but I didn't have wudu. Should I break my fard prayer? You're not in prayer. You don't have wudu.
You're not in prayer. You're not in prayer,
Okay,
man.
thank you very much.
You're welcome. With that, my beloved brother Khaleel, do you want to announce anything about your magazines or books before we wrap it up? We are out of time. We're at 7.
No, they're all still in production pretty much, so there's not much to really talk about. So, but thank you for inviting me on today, brother.
Can we all please raise our hands in our homes before iftar and make dua that Allah Azza wa Jal bless brother Uncle Khaleel and his family and Mrs. Igor, and we beg Allah bless them with the best success of these books and the best success of the dawah and the best success of their work for the sake of Allah and their dunya and their akhirah. Ameen.
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 Ameen. MashaAllah.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna do this again. We're gonna have you on again, and next time we're gonna maybe have you here or there, or have some drums going. I've got a duffel pull out. Have a bit of sing song with it this time. What do you say?
No problem. Been my pleasure, brother. It's too bad we're gonna miss the 1 Eid this year, but hey, what can you do, man?
No, we're gonna talk. We got plans. We're gonna do something online. We're gonna do a digital.
You can do something online? That's good then,
thousands of
inshallah.
People around the world, inshallah.
That will be fantastic. You know I'm there, bro.
All right, Habibi. Jazakumullah khair. Do you want to sing anything before we go? Maybe we can fade
No,
away
I'm not
the
in a
song.
singing mood, no.
Fade away the song, yeah? Fade away the
No
song.
singing today, no.
All right, inshallah. All right.
Speak to you soon, inshallah.
Allah bless you. Love you for the sake of Allah. Salaam
You too, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum.
And Igor.
Say bye-bye, Uncle Khaleel.
Bye-bye.
Right, brothers.
Bye,
and
say bye,
sisters,
Igor.
I'm going to recommend
Bye,
a few
bye,
things.
kids.
Sorry?
Bye to the
Igor
children.
saying bye as well.
Bye, Auntie Igor. Say bye, Auntie Igor.
Bye, Auntie Igor.
Bye, children.
MashaAllah. All right, so guys, I'm going to suggest a few things for you guys, and that is tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes.
And then day 5, day 6, day 7, and you can do your decorations. Brothers and sisters, make Ramadan fun and exciting with your children, something to learn every single day. And now we're moving on to the fundraising portion. I'm asking everyone to please contribute. Now, why should you donate today? And the reason why you should donate something today, what do Muslims like to give to? Muslims like to give to the poor people. Muslims are the most generous people on earth. But why? What makes them generous? Do you know why Muslims like to give so much charity?
No.
What makes Muslims very generous, guys? Do you know? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us Jannat al-Firdaus. And all the food and money we have, who gave it to us? All the money and food we have, who gave it to us? Allah. So if Allah gave it to us, Allah says in the Quran, who will give a loan to the one whose wealth does not diminish and who repays without deductions? So it is a loan. So Allah, here you go, here's your money back. Give this to the poor, give this to those who need it, etc. So Muslims do it because it pleases Allah. And it's His money in the first place. And He lends it to us and asks us to lend it back. And the Prophet ﷺ said, the fact that you acknowledge it's from Him, and the fact that you acknowledge He asked you to borrow it, and the fact that you acknowledge it and lend it back to Him, it is proof that you believe La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. This is the proof, sidq. It is a proof of the kalima, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So why should you give today? You should give today because it is a beautiful opportunity for you to earn all of those rewards. Feeding the poor, doing this, doing that. Last year, we gave away 350,000 bread packs. Go, your mom's calling you. Last year, we gave away 350 bread packs. We gave away hundreds and hundreds of tents. We built mosques. And then, of course, we had the Eid musallas up and down the countries. We had the Eid prayers in every country. We revived the sunnah. It's what we're about. But in order to have the Eid prayer and then give the children an Eid festival, we have to first make sure they have food, they have health, they have safety, they have security, they have education, they have medicine. So Eid Day is spectacular. So feel very confident and comfortable donating today, because every penny is going to go to all that. So you're going to get the rewards of everything we do just by giving £10 or £20 to support our organization. And you can also feel good to know that we started our dawah back in 2000. And it was all on the backs of volunteers, professionals, IT people, engineers. We all did our own bit for the dawah like you do. And then it turned into more and more. And presently, since 15 to 20 years now, we've been running the projects. This past 2 years, 3 years, first time we had one employee. So we are run with literally one employee. And when you see our expenses, it is literally that. They are expenses of building the events, the venues, the tents, the food, the delivery, etc. Everyone is a volunteer. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept it from all of those who have already donated, all of those who have already donated a bit and given a bit. So I ask you all to continue to give and feel good about clicking that donate button today. So who will be the first person to make a donation? Daily, our goal is just £500. But today is the third day of Ramadan. Third fast, third iftar coming up, 1 hour away. It's time to give. So right now I'm going to ask you all, I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes. So it's 7:36, 4 minutes. In the next 4 minutes, who is willing to make a donation of £1, £2, £3, £5, £10, £100? Obviously, to make a big difference, I need 100 quid each. 5 people, we've reached our target of £500. But 50 people give £10, then we've reached the same target. So give what you can. And by the way, give sincerely. When you give sincerely for the sake of Allah, you feel a bit of a pinch. So give till it hurts, inshallah. I gave yesterday, I gave the other day. I fed my children yesterday, so they shouldn't eat today. No, it's not like that. We give to Allah every time He asks. And right now, Allah asks you and me to give for the sake of Allah. And just in 5 minutes. This isn't a long 5-10 hour fundraiser. This is just a straight up saying, come on, let's do this. £500 is not a lot for us to gain. Pledge it. If you can't pay it today, go and raise it from friends and family. You get the reward of all that. Last year we looked after all those Syrian refugees. We built mosques in Uganda. We had a Ramadan and Eid for children and poor children in Sierra Leone and other places. SubhanAllah. And there's so many locations up and down this country. Other venues in other countries in Europe. It's an amazing project. You're getting all that sadaqah jariyah, just like our volunteers and our members are. And that's why we shed our blood and give our sweat and nights of sleep and Ramadans for this project, because we know how many rewards we get. We get all of that. Feeding the poor, giving to the orphans, looking after widows, giving them their Eid. Last year was the first year we ever had a proper Eid Salah and a fun day for the refugees in Syria, inside Syria, with armed guards, protected. Thousands of people came out to open field to pray Eid Salah. It was the first one they had in over a decade. And that's what we're going to do again and again and again where we can. This is what you're supporting. Eid Salah right here, Dawah right here down the road, in many parks, and what aid we can send abroad, we do that as well, inshallah. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless you all and accept it from you. So who will be the first person to message and make a donation, whether you are on Facebook, whether you are on Instagram, whether you are on WhatsApp, etc. Well, actually, can you just text me, because I won't know. Otherwise, I can't see all the platforms on my laptop, or even on YouTube. If you're on YouTube as well, help support this dawah and the projects we're doing. Donate £10, £5, whatever you can give. It is 07958 183 184. Drop me a WhatsApp message or a text message right now. Give £10, £5, £100, but just keep in mind, I'm going to go in literally 2 minutes. So far, no texts have come in. Obviously, you're going to come in slowly, but I'm not going to wait. So I'm not going to push you. You either love these projects, you either love the dawah, you love me for the sake of Allah, you want to support these volunteers, or you don't. If you don't, and we get out there to do work and we run out of fuel, we're going to think about you. We're going to remember how you didn't help. But if we're out there and we have all the fuel we need, we're going to remember you. We're going to think about you, how you helped. And when we meet Allah, Allah is going to say, I told you to ask. And I'm going to say, Ya Allah, I asked on your behalf. And then He's going to say, who responded? And I'm going to answer. And I'm going to say, and all the team members and all the people who received, they will answer and they will say, you gave. Allah knows who it was. So right now, click on, pick up your phones or just type in a message, private message me and say you want to donate £100, £50, £200, whatever. Later this evening, I will announce on WhatsApp and on Facebook how much we raised. I hope to God you far supersede the amount expected. But really, if you don't even give £10 right now or £20 right now, if you don't even give that, then just realize everyone else was just as smart as you are and just as clever as you are thinking someone else would do it. And that's the failure of our ummah in so many ways. But the success of our ummah is on the backs of the sincere that say, okay, I'll do it. Even though I can't, I'll do it because he won't or she won't, so I'll do it. Even though I'm suffering and struggling, I'll do it. And that's the reality of Muslims. I'm always going to say it like it is. I'm always going to tell it like it is. So this is the time we realize who we are, inshallah. So I'll leave that to you. May Allah Azza wa Jal guide us all, protect us all, preserve us all. Drop me a message if you're going to support us, or I'm going to, if I don't respond at all, if I don't put up a message, it's because I'm too ashamed in front of Allah to tell everyone that we didn't raise anything, or I'm going to post and say, I'm proud, alhamdulillah, this is what Allah guided you and I to give, inshallah. So drop me a text, drop me a message. Fi amanillah. I love you for the sake of Allah. I'm Jalal ibn Saeed. You're watching another day in isolation, and this time was with the kiddie poos. We had a great time. Wow, what a challenge. Moms, I tip my kufi to you. Seriously. You know what, moms? It's tough. I had those three. One of them disappeared halfway. Don't know where he went. And then the other two, subhanallah. But the kids are worth that investment, that patience, that time. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept it from all of you, inshallah. Enjoy your iftar today. Make lots of dua. I will speak to you later, inshallah. I might come live again later on tonight. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.